this session, I would like to discuss about the second chapter in geography, that is globe, latitudes and longitudes. So coming to the word globe, globe is the word which is discovered by the humans. We, in order to conveniently show the model of the real earth. So globe is the miniature model of the earth that we discovered artificially. You can see globe of different sizes in your school as well. So globe is the miniature model of the earth. So coming to the latitudes and longitudes. In addition with the globe, we discovered latitudes and longitudes as well. But why? Whenever we try to position any location on this huge planet Earth on its flat surface, it would be difficult and impossible for us to locate any specific small city or town or even country in this huge globe size. So, for our convenience, in order to locate the position for what we need, we invented the imaginary lines on the earth, I mean globe. Those are latitudes and longitudes. So latitudes and longitudes, in addition with globe, are human discovered imaginary things on earth in order to ease in positioning any location on the globe. So coming to the latitude, latitudes are the imaginary lines. So I am mentioning again imaginary lines. They are not the original ones located, or they will not appear on real earth. Those are the imaginary lines that we discovered for our convenience. Latitudes are the imaginary lines, the vertical lines that divides our earth into different locations and different parts. And the longest latitude is equator, that passes through the center of the earth and divides our earth into northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. So the latitudes are the imaginary lines and they are vertical in nature that we locate on the globe. So the longest one is equator, that divides the earth into northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere equally, and it is 0 degrees. All the latitudes similarly are measured in degrees. Coming to the longitudes. So longitudes are also the imaginary lines, but they are horizontal in nature. Those are located on the globe, and the largest longitude is 0 degrees, that divides the earth into western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere, and this longitude will pass through northern pole and southern pole. So latitudes okate unte, it would be difficult for us to locate the city or any location, because okay latitude meeda we would be having many countries, so it would be wrong in locating the position. So longitude and latitude match aithe, so that we can map any location. So latitude meede base ayi we cannot able to map anything, ఎందుకంటే ఒకే latitude మీద చాలా కంట్రీస్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి. So we discovered the horizontal lines as well. Those are longitudes. So in that time the British used to rule, the Westerns used to rule. So they put a name in forward before the this meridian as a Greenwich meridian, Greenwich prime meridian. So Greenwich prime meridian is an 0 degree largest longitude on the earth that passes through the poles and divides the earth into western hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Similarly, like latitudes, longitudes are also measured in degrees. So this is all about latitudes and longitudes. Coming to the heating zones of the earth. So we know that our earth will receive the sunlight, but it would be difficult and different with respect to the each and every country. So oka country it may have more heat rays, other country would be having very less heat rays on it, and some other countries would be not having at all. So in such conditions we will be having three types of zones on the earth depending on the heat waves that zone receives. Those are torrid zone, temperate zone, frigid zone. So you can see in the picture that in the case of an torrid zone, the sunlight is directly falling on the plank, making an degree of 90 degrees. So directగా sunlight పడడం వల్ల that region will be getting more sunlight and more heat, and that zone which receives an high amount of heat is said to be torrid zone. And in this case the sunrise will be directly falling without any angle making. So and ఎప్పుడైతే వితౌట్ మేకింగ్ ఎనీ యాంగిల్ సన్ రైజ్ అనేవి డైరెక్ట్గా పడతాయో it would be covering a small area. If it is making any angle, it would be covering large area. That's why we are having the countries within torrid zone very less, because this area covers small area. This torrid zone covers small area, and there are two conditions that occurs within the torrid zone that makes it torrid. Those are solstices and equinoxes. So you would be doubting what are these words, looking different. Let me explain you. Solstices, so in the picture you can see that solstices phenomena will occur whenever the sun rays from the earth reaches to the farthest north place of the earth. When the sun rays from the sun reaches to the farthest north of the earth, then it is said to be summer solstice. Summer solstice will occur on June 22. In the same way, whenever the sun rays falls on the farthest south, then it is called as a winter solstice, and it occurs on December 22. During summer solstice we can experience summer, during the winter solstice we can experience winter. And coming to the equinoxes, the name itself suggests that equi means equal. The countries that under this phenomena we will be having equal number of day and equal number of night. I mean 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night equally will be having at the condition of equinoxes. So we will be experiencing equinoxes twice in a year. Those are March 22 and September 23. So this is all about solstice and equinoxes. So these are the phenomena that makes the torrid zone as torrid, receiving high amount of heat. Coming to the temperate zone, the zone which receives moderate amount of the sunlight by slanting rays and covering large area comes under temperate zone. So temperate zone lo we will be having a slanted sun rays from the sun. So eppudaithe slant avutundo, it would be covering more areas. So the countries under temperate zone are more when compared to the torrid zone. So sunrise with slanting receives less heat and covers more area. Those zones are the temperate zones, and our country India comes under temperate zone. And our country India is located near Tropic of Cancer. And coming to the frigid zone, the zone in which there will be no receiving of heat at all, They are situated near poles, I mean North Pole and South Pole. And the zone near North Pole and South Pole that doesn't receive any heat is called as a frigid zone. This is all about heat waves. So coming to the standard meridian and time. So longitudes and longitudes we would be having many on our country India. So India మీద చాలా longitudes and latitudes ఉంటాయి. But for a specific time to be followed for whole India, we need a standard meridian time. So that is called as an Indian Standard Time. It is 82 degree 30 minutes east longitude, which is called as an standard time meridian. So మన ఇండియాకి that is the standard longitude on which we all depend for the specific time. So the time in south will be same as north because of this longitude. And whenever we are comparing our standard India time longitude with the Greenwich prime meridian, our standard time will be 5.5 degree ahead of and 5.5 hours ahead of Greenwich meridian time. For example, the time at the countries located near Greenwich meridian time is 3 o'clock, then our country timing will be 5.5 hours ahead of that time. So in this way we would be able to calculate the timings at different countries. This is all about today's session. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. We'll end up this session later. Thank you.